Welcome to the Manchester Culture Bunker. Don't forget to click on subscribe or like and all the rest of it. Now, books, and this is a really important book put together by a sociologist mate of mine. I know what you're thinking, double woke. Well, no, not this woman. She is the daughter of a miner from Nottinghamshire called Lisa Mackenzie. Grew up very, very working class, and this book is amazing. It's called The Lockdown Diaries of the Working Class, and it actually allows the working classes in their own voices to describe their experiences of the lockdown. And of course, you know, the working class is like anybody else. It's quite a diverse thing. And there is that problem, and I've had it a lot in the media. The minute you say the word working class, you can feel the whole room clench, because most of them, let's face it, don't come from working class backgrounds. Now, what Lisa did for this book was she sent out and asked people for their diaries. So over 40 working class people gave her their lockdown diaries. She picked out some of the best bits of them and then got working class illustrators to do all the illustrations in it, and then got it all crowdfunded and then paid nearly everybody as well. So it's just such an amazing work, and the amount of work involved in putting it together is admirable in itself, but it's also extremely moving. And again, it's rare that you get the working classes themselves to be able to tell their stories. There's always some kind of gatekeeper or middleman trying to speak for them. Now, one of the examples in here, and this is the kind of stuff in it. This is about somebody going shopping when, you know, during the lockdown, and in a queue, and the guy goes, "I got into a row with a very young woman at the till. We were both in the queue, and she moved towards me a lot closer than 6 feet. And I put my hand out and said, 'Whoa, can you keep back, please?' 'Well, people are touchy today, aren't they?' she said. 'I'm not touchy. I just don't want to die or spread a disease,' I replied. 'Turn away from me then. Don't look at me.' 'I'll look at you if I bloody well want to look at you,' I said. She gave a large, loud, theatrical cough. 'Do that again and I'll call the effing police. It's criminal to threaten people like that.' She coughed again. I decided to move queues because even though I was boiling and I'm not the sort who won't stand up for themselves, I also thought it wasn't worth dying for, so I moved. I stared her out on the way out of the shop." What an absolute bitch. Now, again, this is a regular thing for all of us during the lockdown. But again, you know, just to have that kind of, the anxiety, the madness, everything else that was involved in the lockdown is, you know, just bleeds out of this book. You know, the anxiety of people who haven't been furloughed properly, or the people who are on minimum wage and suddenly they're on 80% of a minimum wage and trying to scrape by, and the extra anxiety, the feelings of, will I have a job left at the end of the pandemic, and all of those anxieties, all of those vulnerabilities. And that's the thing that a lot of people forget about being working class and growing up working class. That was one thing that I can remember from being a kid myself, panicking about things like a general election in case the Tories got in and my dad lost his job, and that was when I was 9, and, you know, not being able to sleep at night, and that kind of feeling of vulnerability, that you're that much away from your whole life turning to shit. And that really, you know, is screamed so loudly in this book. I mean, it's not all misery. There are some funny bits. I did pick that bit out of the supermarket because I had similar experiences in the supermarket, because obviously I didn't want to get anything. I'm type 2 diabetes. The instructions were there. It's quite a lethal disease, as you can see by the fact there's been like 170, 180,000 deaths. And I'd get people in the shop going, do you mind if I squeeze past you? And you'd be going, you know, like, wanting to kill them. You know, the psycho rolling of the eyes. So this, the Lockdown Diaries, again, the illustrations are beautiful. And I have to say, well done, Lisa Mackenzie and the whole team. This is a must-have book. And this is going to be a very important document in the future. As I said again, like and subscribe for more stuff from the Manchester Culture Bunker.